Hi guys, this is Neisha from Ivanhoe Cycles. I'm just going to talk to you today about the Giant Tempt 3, which is your level up from your Tempt 4. So basically what we have here, when you're looking at the next model up, your biggest differences are in your components, right? So in this specific bike, what we have is we have a better gearing set on the rear. Now, better gearing set on the rear, front, as well as on the shifters. Now, with the combination of the three, you actually get a better change in the gears, which just allows for it to be a little bit smoother, as well as it runs a little bit better over a longer period of time. So you don't notice the clunks and that kind of thing as much. Also with this one here, we have a better crank set, right? Now what that allows, it allows for it to be a little bit stronger and a little bit stiffer. So basically when you put that power transfer into that crank, it's not going to get as much flex, which means you get more power through the bike. Now, just like on the Tempt 4, we've got basic 27.5-inch wheels. With these ones here, very simple, straightforward. They're a really good wheel size. Just for the fact that they're very nimble, easy to ride with. They've got good rollover, speed, acceleration, and they're nice and light as opposed to your 29er. Now, you obviously don't get the extremes that you get on either a 29er or a 26, but they're a really good in-between wheel to ride with. Front suspension, similar again. So we've got your speed lockout, which just allows for you to have that change in stiffness whilst you're riding the bike, if you want to, so you don't actually have to get off the bike to be able to change that. Also, you've got your varying degrees, so depending as to how stiff you want it to be and what trails you're riding on will depend where you set it. Right, now with these ones here, you're also running a spring loaded, which basically just means that you've got springs in there as opposed to it running off air shock. Your air shocks obviously give you a little bit more absorption and respond a little bit better because there's no mechanics to it in terms of like springs. So those ones there still absorb the shock though, and you can adjust that to specific weights. Still again running a basic alloy frame, so nice, light, easy to ride with. Again, you've got your hydraulic disc brakes, so being a step up from your cable disc brakes, really easy to maintain, and they apply really well. So with these ones here, these are your Tektro, so just a different brand, but run a really good braking system. All right, so with Giant, what you actually have is you have a sub-branch, which is Liv, right? Now, Liv is your women's specific bikes. Now, there isn't a huge amount of difference between your men's and your women's, but there is actually a slight difference in the design of the frame, just to make it that little bit more comfortable for women specifically, right? So with a women's specific bike, you have a slightly shorter top tube, so your distance from here to here, slightly shorter to allow for our shorter torsos and longer legs. Now you also have your handlebars are slightly narrower because we generally don't have shoulders that are as broad. You then also, your seat is designed a little bit differently, so it's slightly shorter in length but wider at the back, just to allow for a really comfortable ride. All right, so that's your Tempt 3. So if you have any further questions, come see us and we'll sort you out.